So I'm going to dive into this video in terms of self-concept, and we're going to go very deep. We're going to go into a metaphysical level and break down exactly how the process works and how to implement it. So that is what this is about. If you're not ready for that, tune off. If you are ready for that, tune in. So here we go. Manifestation at its core is very simplistic. It's very simplistic. But I had a realization about this when I was thinking about killing the old man to live as the new. Really the self-concept principle, right? And what it speaks about in the Bible in terms of creating a birth of the new you, right? And I thought of this concept in my head of the quantum field that Dr. Joe Dispenza calls it, right? Which there's 1,000 different ways to put this, but just picture the quantum field, an endless realm of possibilities that exist simultaneously, right? Picture that, and now picture each individual occupation of state being a different version of you, occupying in time and space as a different reality. So let's just conceptualize these as balls of energy, right? Like spheres, right? These are spherical balls of energy, just for the purpose of explaining this, okay? Now picture that, and picture an endless amount of them, to the point of whenever you occupy a specific ball of energy, you are occupying a specific state and therefore a specific reality. And now picture this in terms of changing your reality, manifesting anything that you want, a significant other, health, wealth, success, happiness, whatever it is for you. How to change this and how to go about this. You have to move to the different ball of energy, the different state. You have to become a different version of you. Why is that? Why does that make sense? Because if you're in this ball of energy, okay, and this is all going to tie in. Here we go. If you're in this ball of energy and you're taking physical actions, this is why people say actions are irrelevant. Because if you're in this ball of energy, this state of being, right, picture the sphere, and you're puncturing the sphere with your physical actions. You're trying to explode out of it, but it's like a rubber band. It's like an elastic ball that these physical actions that you're taking from the same state are stretching the ball, but then it just comes back to you. It just snaps back, and you stay within the ball. So the only way to get out of that situation, which is a vicious cycle of experiencing the same exact things in life over and over and over, not manifesting whatever you want, is to change your state of being so that you are occupying a different ball of energy in this quantum realm that I'm imagining in terms of this concept. Just follow me. Now, check this out. So now you are occupying a different ball of energy, different state, right? So picture the sphere, and you are almost, it's almost like the sphere is attaching to this new state and it's separating from it, right? It's like it's transposing out of it into the new state, right? And this is also why you experience the bridge of incidences. It's also why the old state tries to hold on to you. It gives you tests on the way out. Why does it give you tests? Because it's the old you still occupied partly in that state of being. So it's going to test because that's still the old version of you. Those things are still going to unfold in that way. You are half in, half out at that point, which is why faith is so important in terms of following through with the faith that it is already done. Because you have to finalize the separation from the old you. That's the whole process. So now, I got something going on. Only when you separate from this state and the balls of energy, right, that we're imagining here, these spheres, right, together, and now they're separating, where you're becoming into this new state, finalized. Only when that is finalized do you experience the shift. Hence, the reason why people experience massive changes all of a sudden. It's like nothing was happening, right? It's like nothing was happening. And then all of a sudden, something like just miraculous takes place, right? It's like this and this and this and this and this unfold to then explode you into a new direction out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. It's not out of nowhere. It's because when you occupy that new state and now it is finalized, you're no longer attached to this version of you, this ball of energy over here in the quantum field, this state of being. You are now this state of being. Your first actions are automatically inspired actions, right? They are powerful actions. And what happens is now, let's just picture the physical actions that you're taking that you are inspired, therefore, to then take in that moment. Let's picture them as spheres, not spheres, spears that you throw, right? You're throwing the action forward to roll forward. Picture that, right? But now you're in the new state of being. So now when you throw that spear, it's not bouncing back at you. It's not bouncing back at you. It's rolling you forward massively. That's exactly how this works. So now you're in the new state, you're taking the new action, and then the next action, which is like this miraculous thing, it's like, holy shit, that was a breakthrough. That was unbelievable. I just went from this to this in like a month, a week, a day, whatever it is. It's because the first action is taken as the new self. That is an entirely different reality. That's a whole different reality. So those actions are going to be aligned with the outcomes of that new version of you, which is going to be very different from the old version of you. That is how this process works. When I talk about self-concept and becoming somebody else, that's exactly what I mean. You have to hold the faith that you already are that person that has your significant other, that is magnetic, that is this aura about you, right? If you want to be wealthy, that you are just taken care of at all times. Money comes to you effortlessly and easily. The process of going about things and investing and all sorts of stuff, right? You become that version of you. And only when you detach from the old you and into this new version of you by solidifying this with the faith that it is already done, and you have to hold the faith throughout anything. You hold the faith. That is when you become the new version of you in that new state. And then the first actions, like I said before, will propel you into this whole different realm of who you really are. Whole different reality. Right now it's like, holy shit, I am rich, I am healthy, I am this, I am that. Because you are a new state of you in that moment. That's how this all works, guys. That's like, I just gave you the keys of the kingdom. I'm not gatekeeping anything. I'm giving you literally the keys to the kingdom to change your entire life. And it's like, that's it. That's all that this is. And this is also why techniques, again, do not matter. This is the whole point. All you have to do is shift your state. If techniques help you do that, then that's the point of a technique, is to help you solidify the transference of this state to this state, right? It helps you realize that it's already done. That's what techniques do, man. That's what it is. And if you want to go about it that way, then that's 100% okay. That's totally fine. But don't idolize techniques for that purpose, because they have nothing to do with anything outside of just simply helping you along the process of solidifying that faith that it is already done, that it is already who you are in that new version. But you can do that any way that you want. You can go on a rant. You can sit down and just get comfortable and see it as done. You can pray, right, from the present tense that it is done, thanking God, thanking the Father of creation, that it is done and you are complete, right? And you're solidifying your faith in who you are, because you have that power. Free will was given to you to choose the outcome of your life, to choose the direction of your life. God gives us some of the greatest ability ever, right? He created us in his image to be like him in his likeness of how he operates. Are we literally God in terms of the sense that we created the universe? Like, no. But we're tied into God because we are a part of him. He is a part of us. And he's given us this gift of free will to put into motion, to choose the outcomes and choose the reality that we live on this experience, that while we're here, this is what we have. And it even says in the Bible, in Hebrews 11:3, by faith we understand that the universe was created by God by command, so that that which is seen was not made out of that which is visible. This is the whole process. God spoke the universe, the earth, the everything into existence. This is exactly what he did, right? And it was by faith. Faith was the operant power. He saw it as done. His faith is absolute, which is why when Jesus was on earth, Jesus had the purest faith of any human being on earth ever in human history. So he was God incarnate in the body of Jesus Christ. His faith was through the roof, which is why he was able to do miracles, which is why he was able to do the things that he was able to do, which is also why when it said that we are created in his image, Jesus literally said in the gospel that you can do all things that I can do, and even greater, if you just would have faith in the Father. That's literally what it's the whole principle. So I give this to you guys. Sorry for the delays in terms of everything, but not making videos. But I had to push this out. I had to get this out to you guys. In terms of the coaching and stuff, I'm honestly thinking about making a community, and you guys just tell me if you'd be up for this, but making a community where we do like a once a week live call where everybody can hop on and just be like a Q&A, man, and just something where people can throw stuff out and I can give feedback directly in that moment to where to take that, where to go with it, right? Troubleshooting manifestation in that process. And it would be extremely affordable for everybody, man. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, is just like build something incredible where everybody can have access. That's really what I'm thinking, because I don't honestly have too much time for the whole one-on-one stuff. I am up for it. So I mean, like I said, the link is in the description. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, feel free to do so, right? I will work with you. But I don't want to make that like a full-scale thing where that's the only thing I do. I want to help everybody. So just put that out there. Let me know you guys' thoughts on that whole process. I love you guys. Again, sorry for the delays. God bless, and I'll see you next time.